Well, here it is, all glued up. That took a little bit, maybe 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, I don't even know. I was really worried for maybe the first time ever about glue set time. And this was definitely the most stressful glue up I've ever done. So I'm glad that's over with. I checked for square, everything seems to be really good. Everything, all the measurements are lining up the way it needs to be. Over here, I was making dowels for the next part of the glue up, which will be the back. Here are the dowels I made. On to the next part, I guess. All right, there's the completed back. It is all glued up. It went fairly easily. I had to do a little bit of racking it to get it square. Some of the pegs broke, but it's not a big deal. I have full confidence in these glue joints. I didn't really actually make these too perfect because the boards I was working with were really janky, and so they're a little bit warped in the first place. So I just wanted them to match. I wanted the overall width to match up with the front, and that's sort of how I made this. And so it matches up perfectly with the front. Now I put them back to back, and they match up with very, very little difference at all. And these, since I glued them up separately, it's good to see that these still fit together. And there it is, the first look at the beginning stage of the sideboard carcass. Well, I shut it off mid-glue up because it was getting stressful, and to be honest, it went about as bad as it could go while still being successful. I got my wife to help, which made all the difference. I was starting to get flustered. It was just scary to think all this time and effort and I was gonna botch the glue up. I started to spiral. So finally we got it all together. The glue was tacking up and things weren't closing right, and all of a sudden joints that normally would close easily, like this guy down here, that bar that holds down the side of the bottom wasn't going in, so I had to trim the tenon, and it finally went in. And of course I didn't have enough clamps, so what I was doing is as I was tacking up, I was using that big, I think it's a Bessa clamp, or it's a Bessie clamp, excuse me. I was using that to close everything up, and then I would quick put another fast close trigger clamp on it just to keep it shut. Oh my gosh, it came together. The joints are what I'd hoped. They're rather seamless. I mean, I don't think from the side there's really nothing visible as far as gaps go. I've got all my gaps covered and closed, which is great. It's just about as square as I could hope for it to be, but it's there. Everything is basically square. The drawer rails, the drawer slides are square. The stiles are square. That's what I really could ultimately hope for. It's the best I could hope for, and I'm excited. So in a second, I'm going to show you what it looks like without clamps, and whew, I will tell you, this was an eventful glue up, but it couldn't be anything less because of all the work involved in the sideboard. But anyways, I think given the drama of the whole glue up process and getting everything ready to go, I'm just going to vlog style to end this one, and I'll show you a picture of it like I said. So thanks so much for watching. I hope it was enjoyable. I don't think this is going to be useful to anybody, but at the very least, you got to see progress on this sucker. Thanks again for watching, and see you around for the next one.